Hey there, and welcome back to Joy Bloom. It's official, that beautiful time of year where we're enjoying the outdoors and enjoying those delicious fruits and vegetables that are growing in our gardens. So today I'd like to bring some of that magic indoors and revisit one of my favorite projects, the paper cherry tomato plant. So let's get blooming. So the first thing you're going to want to grab is 6 sheets of tissue paper. I recommend 2 light green, 2 dark green, 1 yellow, and 1 light orange. And you're going to want to make the corners match and paper clip them so that all the sheets are as lined up as you can get them. Now we're going to cut strips. Make sure you press hard enough to get through all 6 layers of the tissue paper. Keep re-paper clipping the layers each time you cut a strip so that your papers remain lined up properly. So the setup you see now is how I create my paper leaves. First, I have a cardboard box covered with parchment paper. Then I've taken the tissue paper strips, the 6 layers that we put together, and I am lining up 18 gauge wire. The wires are cut into 6-inch pieces, and I have glue on the top. So these wires are being laid out on the 3rd sheet of tissue paper right in the middle. And you'll see when I'm done, I'll fold the top back over. The best glue that I have found is that Tacky Glue. And this just holds the wire in place while you're making it. It just gives a little extra security that the wire will stay in the leaves. As you can see, I can almost make 8 to 10 leaves per strip. So one board of these leaves, I can end up with 40 leaves. Now you're going to want to fold the top layers back over so they adhere. So now your middle layers are getting glued together. Now we're going to start to brush our glue mixture across each strip. Be generous with it because you want it to go through all 6 layers. Now this is going to seem a little crazy, but you're going to flip your strip over. It's not as fragile as you think, and your wires will stay in it because we already pre-glued them. But you can see how even though you're generous with the glue, it doesn't always make it through all 6 layers of tissue paper. Once you do finish gluing all your strips on both sides, you're going to cover your board with another sheet of parchment paper. So your strips will be sandwiched between 2 pieces of parchment paper and then another layer of cardboard. And then you're going to want to layer on as much weight as you can and let it sit for a good 48 to 72 hours. So now we're ready to make the actual cherry tomatoes. We're going to start with a 20 gauge wire, and then we just start cutting, I guess they're about 3 by 3 squares of paper in light green, red, and yellow. And I just start layering them, scrunching them to the bottom, trying to make a ball. I think for each tomato, I probably used about 5 squares of tissue paper. I like to use many different colors because you're going to see at the end, we are going to do a little glue wash, and that lets all the colors kind of come through. Sometimes you'll end up with a green tomato, sometimes maybe a little rotten tomato. It gives it a really nice, shiny, glossy finish on the tomatoes. Of course, every cherry tomato plant has little flowers where the tomato hasn't quite bloomed yet. So I took some strips about 3 inches long by 1 inch and just made a very basic 4-petal flower. Next, we want to take your strip with the wires that we've made and cut out each leaf pattern. Now I want to give my leaves a little life. So I'm going to spray them with some water and then using some fondant icing tools and laying them on a rubber mat on top of a piece of foam. I found that if you rub around the edges, pressing pretty hard down, it starts to give your leaves this wonderful curl. The trick is not to touch the stem. You don't want to restrain it in any way. Just keep rolling it around and it will do its thing. See how it's curling up around the edges? It just gives a beautiful finish. So go ahead and do that to all of your leaves. Now we're ready to assemble. So we're going to grab a couple of leaves. I like to start with the smaller leaves up top. And you're just gonna take a piece of tape and start taping everything together. So I like to grab a new piece, but here's the trick. You don't want your stem to get wider every time you add another leaf. So keep cutting a stem out as you add a new one. So your stem should never be more than 3 wires thick. Where you see the cut wire, that's where your new joint will be, and that's where you'll add your new either tomato, your flower, or a leaf. I'm gonna work my way down to create one branch of the tomato plant. Now I want to leave a pretty long length at the bottom because I'm going to be joining 3 branches together, so I need a little bit of wire. And now I'm going to start my second branch the same way. And this is where creativity comes in, because you decide if you want to add a leaf, you want to add a tomato, you want to add a flower. This is all your design, so have a great time. Again, you're going to want to leave a pretty good amount of space toward the bottom of your branch so that we can join the 3 branches together. So now I'm adding the second branch, and you see how you needed that space. And now I am starting the 3rd branch. We're in the home stretch. I tend to group things in 3s, 3 tomatoes, 2 flowers, 1 tomato. Now I'm joining the 3rd branch to the other 2. This is a little tricky. It's a lot of weight to hold together and try to tape at the same time. Once you get it together, it'll be fine. Once I got the stems together, I added a couple more leaves. I even felt like there might be a couple of little yellow tomatoes hiding under there that didn't get enough sunshine. Keep a good 3 or 4 inches to put into your container and then clip your end. I filled my tomato sauce can with floral foam, and then I put a layer of tacky glue on top to adhere the moss. Yep, you just gotta get in there. I like to use really green super moss. Then push your stem down so it's secure in there, and then have some fun arranging your leaves and lowering your tomatoes so that they hang. This is where you really get to make it yours. And there you have it, our little touch of summer indoors. I absolutely love using the recycled can. It kind of adds the perfect rustic touch to it and a little nod of humor. I even added a wooden stake just to make it a little more realistic. If you enjoy experimenting with different botanical projects, we are igniting your creativity weekly, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you know as soon as we upload a new video. In the meantime, have a great week. Keep blooming.